In the fifth video, we will go to the last step of the document clustering and to see how we can create a word graph based on the text data. So now, after getting all the data from data preprocessing, we can now start to create a graph. Now in this part, we will need two libraries. The one is the Pivot, the other one is the NetworkX. As before, you can check the documentation through the links. And to better explain what we're going to do in this part, I will directly show the result. As I just mentioned before, when I was showing the text data and the raw text data, it is actually hard for the workers or the managers to get out the most important topics from the raw text data because it takes some time to read. But with the graph, with the word graph here, we can show what are the most important words and what are the links between the words so that they can better make the decisions according to the graph. And so now you're gonna know that what we're going to get in this part is on the one hand the frequency of the words so that we can decide the size of the nodes, and the other part is the links between the words so we can have the relationship here better shown in the graph. And to get the frequencies and links, we now use a mathematical method here. First of all, we're gonna use the count vectorizer here to count the words, the amount of the words in each sentences. And in the next step, we will calculate the metrics, like do the matrix manipulation so that we can actually get all the links between the different words and also get the frequencies of the words in the matrix. After having the matrix, we can start to create the graph. This is the graph creating code. And we also need to get the word list for the node creation. And here is also the code for the graph creating. The thing is that actually I don't want to show all the words in the graph because otherwise it will be like too much information. Therefore, I just choose the most important words out of the list. I also said that only the words bigger than if only the frequencies that bigger than 2, the words will be shown here, and so that we can finally create the node and create the edge. Here, by creating the node and edge, I also set the frequencies as the size of the node and also the links as the size of the edge. So we can also directly see the importance of the words in the graph. And here you can also use different kind of a method to show the size. Like I don't want the display to be too extreme, like too much differences between each other, so I just use the log function to like make the difference smaller and to get the better result of showing the words. Okay, now we can like go through the coding step by step. First of all, import all the important libraries. Second step, we can like get the matrix. Here I will show the matrix again and explain a little bit. Like we have all the words that we have from the text data, and we can see like if the both words are the same, and this means the frequency, and otherwise it means that the links between the words, how many times they just appear together in one sentence. And then we have so-called then the size of the nodes and also the size of the relationship between the words. And now we can create the net, create the graph here, get all the nodes. And finally, we can create the graph as I said before. If frequency is bigger than 3, I just set 3 here. And we will show the graph, the node in the graph. And I also set the node size, yeah, with the log function. Now execute, create it, and just show them in the HTML file. Okay, so now we get a graph. Of course, with it's in the different form of the photo I just showed before, but it's just we use the pivots, so actually we can interact with also with the graph. And if there are a lot of data, we can also like take a deep look into the data to find out the most important topic. And yeah, this is then the result of the document clustering. And if we just put this result into the production, into the shop floor management, it can also help the managers and workers to define the most important topic and make their decisions on the shop floor.